The first step that I would undertake right there is I would get educated. I would read. Not just my book, there's a lot of books. You have to, if you're going to change your life and you're not going to do it the easy button route, which is to take drugs, and you're going to do it differently, then you are at least going to have to learn what you're looking at. Like what food, why? And this is what I always say. It's say in the book, I say it in every interview. Don't believe me. Read it yourself. You don't have, I got links to every one of these studies. You don't have to believe anything I say. In fact, I don't want you to. I want you to read it yourself. So that's the first step, is understanding that stuff. And then the second is really taking a shot at it, is to say, all right, you know what? I'm going to have coffee every morning. I'm going to do it with no sugar. At first, it will taste terrible. But very quickly, it will not taste terrible. To the point where, and I'm sure, Jeff, that you're in the same boat, I can smell sugar now, right? But that, like, I smell it. Like, as soon as, if I know instantly if a food has a bunch of sugar in it, because I could just smell it. And I don't want that food. But knowing because there's a lot of myths, you mentioned it earlier. There's a lot of myths in this world about what is good for you and what is not good for you. And so the very first thing I would say is read up and get educated on what actual good food looks like what you're trying to get to. That's the first and most important task as somebody who wants to control their sugar level and take control of their life, is to learn. We're the right age, so good old G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. And it really is, though. It really, really is. That's the first step. And the second, like I said, is to start trying the things that you read about, changing the foods that you eat. Not all of them are going to appeal to you. So some you're going to have to cast around. There's a lot of soluble fiber in this world that I don't like. Like chia seeds are awesome for you. I don't really like the taste of chia. Some people love it, so so that I think is the most important thing, is that it's not like a diet where you have, as you say, a die with a T, where you have to be like, this is the way, you must do this thing, right? This is flexible enough to where there's a lot of foods you can find that you're going to love. And you've just got to experiment within, and that's why I said I include the what's called the glycemic index. It's online. You can just, every Google search you can do, any food you can name, there's a GI number for it. Letting the GI index numbers tell you what's good and what's bad, and there's just starting with those and finding a version of a soluble fiber diet that works for you. Maybe you love oatmeal and you hate beans. Maybe you love chickpeas, whatever. Maybe you love broccoli and you hate beans. Whatever it is, there's got to be a food there that you like. And you're just going to double down and triple down on those things, and understanding and getting educated about that, and then trying it. And if you give yourself, I would say anybody can try 3 months and you will see a difference. If you do what I'm talking about for 3 months, you're going to see a difference.